Hey everybody, welcome back to the underground lair here at Stringman Guitars. Veterans Day. So I was in during the Cold War. I was on Okinawa, Kadena Air Base, when the Soviets shot down the Korean airliner 747, and we were scrambled. We thought we were going to war with the Russians. Luckily that didn't happen. But yeah, to all you that served in the real wars, salute to you. And so let's get on with today's business. We have a parlor guitar. And I'll tell you what, man, I always thought these things sounded tinny and perfect size to sit on the couch and just play without being in everybody's way. Really good projection. This is a Guild P240. No electronics. Just sit around and play. And it's got solid spruce top. And I'm not sure about the sides and the back. I imagine they're multiply. It's got a mahogany neck. It's got the dreaded slotted headstock, and I think we got too much thickness on the bridge. Let's take a look at that. We got 6 64ths on the treble side and 8 64ths. Yeah, we got too much. So if this bridge comes out, we're going to take a little bit off. Sometimes they're glued in, like that one Martin that we had. Our relief, I checked it, and the relief, I've got 10 thousandths and it's a little less than 10 thousandths, and there's no buzzing on it. The string of the day is going to be Elixir's 1253, supplied by the customer. It's got these really cool looking, they're Guild branded, but they look like Waverly tuners on here. Don't know if they are or not, but we're going to take the strings off here and examine and see if that bridge saddle comes off. And we're a little high on the nut, so I'm not sure if I want to pop that nut off or if we could just go a little deeper. It's just a skosh. I mean, I've got a 20 thou. You want between 18 and 22. See, that's too high there to me. That one's good. Over here. That's too high. That's too high. That's too high. So I might pop this off and just sand the bottom of that down and re-glue it on. Not sure yet. We'll see where it takes us. Oh, just charging that overnight. So let's tear these strings off. So I found some 60 grit, and we took some off of the bass side, just a hair off the treble side. Oh, I'll put that aside. And also took a little bit out of our high nut slots. So now I'm going to polish the frets, oil the bridge, and oil the fingerboard. You've seen that a million times on my other videos. No need to watch you there. If you want to go back about 20 videos and you can see me doing that. Actually, I'll drop a link right here. You can go back to that if you want to. But we're going to clean this, and then we're going to oil it and come back to show you how to string a slotted pegboard. Okay, well, I got ahead of myself and I did the first string without filming. But basically, what I do is pull it all the way tight, and then I pull back to the first fret, and that gives me how much length I need. And I already started with the second fret, or second string, and I did the same thing. So, and I do kind of the same thing as I do with a regular peg head. I make kind of a Z, put the string through that way, and Z, and then pull the string back up. Now on the E string, I go around the outside, let it come through the other side, or yeah, I'm sorry, the inside. Let the slack come around the other side, and then I hop over, locking the string, and go around the outside, which lines up the string with the pull of the string through the nut. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and with the help of Mr. Handy Tight, I just can't. I've been doing this so long that I can't do the. Just can't seem to do the. Can't seem to do it the other way. So this is going to come through the other way. Can't do the manual tuning thing. Okay, so that's going to come through, pull you around. That's on the outside. So next pass. It's going to cross over. And then we're going to go and lock it on the other side. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing here, but there we go. It's going to come through. And there we go. Now it's on both sides of the post. And that gets me started. Kind of pull them together. Pull that through. This one's at the bottom. We'll trim all the strings at the very end. Now it's looking like I lowered the bridge quite a bit, but we won't know that until we get all these strings on here and put the proper relief on. So I'm going to go ahead and do this 4 more times, and we'll be back for the E string, which is going to be opposite of the A string because of the direction of the tuning. So we'll be back. Alright, I know the headstock looks a bit sloppy right now because all the danglies haven't been cut off, because you never do that until the end. So we polished the frets, we oiled the fingerboard and the bridge. Actually twice, it was quite thirsty. And we polished this, the frets using micro mesh. We started at 2400, went to 3200, 3600, 4000, 6000, 8000. Man, they are shiny, aren't they? Check that out. Okay, so we're tuned up to pitch. Like I said, I think this really sounds much bigger than it really is. So let's see where our relief is. I shaved quite a bit off the bass side. Yeah, let's check the relief. And I also let go, took this nut slots down a bit. Got 10 thousandths. 7th fret, 357. That's right where I left it. Good 10, tight 10 thou. No grittiness at all since polishing the frets band. And now I hit the D. It's a D. Before it was sharp. Let's see what the readings, since we brought those nut slots down a little bit. Those are, let's bring those down just a little bit more. Come on out of there. I need a 42. 42. They're all good. G is right on. So we got our string height right here, and see what our string height, oh yeah, 5/64 and 5/64. Buddy is going to be most happy with the result. I would be very happy with the result if you fine people would hit the like and subscribe and hit the comments. Ooh, that's sticking right up there. Let's fix that. Everything else is underneath. Drop a comment. Be nice. Those mean people suck. Right? Right. If you want to see your guitar brought back up to par and you're in the greater Pittsburgh area, send us an instant message on the Facebooks. We'll get you in line. Always, always, always take care of the old folks. And if you're out and about, you see one of those old codgers that's got a Desert Storm, Enduring Freedom, Vietnam, World War II, Korean War, or any of the ones I'm probably missing because I'm an idiot, shake their hand and thank them for the freedom that you enjoy, because it's Veterans Day. And most of all, you keep on being awesome. Peace.